We got a call from Norway. Let's talk to Ulf from Norway, who wants to talk to us about chiropractors. Was it Ulf? Oh, yeah, there it is. Ulf, what's going on, Ulf?
It's going on. Yes, it is.
Are we saying your name properly?
Yeah, I want to know that too.
More or less. And hi, Dan, and hi, Erin.
Hi.
Hi, what's up?
So it's always fun. I have like an internet name which I use, which is Debidu or Debs, which is more easily pronounced by American-speaking or English-speaking people. But I prefer that people use my given name because it's so funny to watch people have different takes on it.
I'm sure it is. So what you want to talk to us about?
Now, as I said in the call screener, it's mostly chiropractic and like pseudoscience. And it's, I was aware of a few years ago, I have a chronic back illness, which is debilitating. I'm on disability and I'm hardly able to move. And everybody tells me, go to the chiropractor. And I started to check out and see what it really is. And in Norway, at least, you're not able to take a degree in chiropractic, and it isn't even recognized as a medical science in Norway. You have to go out of the country.
That checks out. Yeah, well, there's a lot of people in the United States that really take the chiropractic stuff, and I know other atheists that will do it too, but really, anybody who should call themselves a skeptic should be really wary of chiropractors, especially if you look at the history of the movement. It might be David Daniel Palmer. I always forget the two. Called himself a spiritualist, and he first got the idea, according to him, from chiropractic, from the spirit world.
That originated it, yeah.
Yeah. There's no real hard science behind anything that he developed. It was definitely a lot of just taking from random things and also just him trying stuff out. In the United States, chiropractor, you cannot be a chiropractor. Medical. It's not something that a medical school that you go to for. You go to a chiropractor school for. So you can be a licensed chiropractor. In each state, it varies. It's like
a PhD It's like a PhD in theology.
Yeah, if you go to a chiropractor and they call themselves doctor, there's a chance that they didn't actually go to a medical school. There's a chance they got it from somewhere else. Not saying that there aren't chiropractors who aren't licensed physicians and stuff, right? But that's going to be the case for a lot of these folks. So I don't doubt that if you go to a chiropractor, it makes you feel good. I don't doubt that, or that there's some sort of therapeutic healing, and I use that term loosely, just in the sense of somebody touching you and making you feel good. But the claims of chiropractors that you often hear are about adjustments and what they can do for you. They can cure autism, they can cure ADHD, they can help with disruptions from the birth canal when everybody is born. There's all kinds of just bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Yeah. It's really bad.
If I may, the funny thing is, in Norway, where medical stuff is quite strict. We're quite, you can call it conservative.
Yeah.
And as I said, I struggle with my back, and I was I've been going to chiropractors sometimes, and it just didn't make me feel any old better. But when it was 5 years ago, my neighbor told me that when she had her last son, I think it was, the chiropractor locally here, it's a tiny town with 2,000 people. It's fucking tiny. But he told me that, she told me that her son was cured of colic. I'm like, as far as I know, colic isn't something you can be cured by being rubbed. So I started, this, and then I started to unravel, the local person who does it here, he has this belief that he can cure vaccines. He hasn't he hasn't gone too far to like he can cure COVID, but he's out there. He has the same kind of. It's like being a what should I call it? He's a lightweight. He doesn't push the
It's
stuff
like being
too far.
a snake oil salesman, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm really
but
torn
the
about
thing
the
I've noticed
chiropractic. I'm torn about the chiropractic. I understand that there are some outlandish claims that they make. However, like I've been to the chiropractor and I felt good for the day. Yeah, I enjoy having my back, like, you know, a little backy cracky or whatever they call it. But I think they do make claims that are dangerous. And I think that you have to be really careful and keep your expectations really low and avoid the ones who are making claims that they're going to cure certain conditions. I think I view it very similarly to how I would view massage therapy or something like in that nature, something that could give you some temporary relief, but definitely not the same as seeing an actual specialist or something for your serious back problem.
Yeah, I would sooner.
That's. I'm sorry. Before Dan, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But the problem here for me was that in Norway we are generally liberal. You know, we have like free healthcare and like it's liberal. But
hey, don't rub it in. All right.
Grandiose. Yeah, and most of them they have to have kind of a physical therapy kind of thing, which helps. Like if you have a massage, if you have to rub out the muscles, you have to stuff like that, and then they add in the chiropractic because this is what helps, and it's like it's really really sneaky. And I checked up on the actual degrees and what you have to do in Norway to get it. And they said you have to go out of the country because it's not recognized as medical science.
Yeah.
I think that's... Go ahead, Dan. Sorry. I've quite a bit of experience going to chiropractor for many years.
I get you, and you might feel differently, but I've also read horror stories of people, Erin, who have suffered from medical malpractice from chiropractors because chiropractors were doing things with people's bodies that they should not be doing, and people were tricked under the guise that they were being truly helped for their conditions that they came in for, and I believe that's absolutely wrong. And if there was ever a movement to try to like subsidize like chiropractors and stuff in this country, I probably would not want them to be included in that. You know, I as much as you might get a personal benefit out of it, I don't think there's anything you couldn't get out of like massage therapy or something. But go ahead.
Yeah, I have a lot more respect for somebody who's a registered massage therapist. I'm going to my background, but I know a lot, and I know them, and they go through a lot of training, and they are there. They're not making outlandish claims. They are telling you things like they're gonna try to give you some relief, and it's not a fix, but like let's try to see if we can make you feel better. And here's some stretches. They're very realistic. In my experience with chiropractors, it's like, a few days or a few times going in, they're trying to get me to buy the new pillows, and I'm telling me I'm sleeping incorrectly, and they're, asking me about my diet, and I'm like, this is too far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is mostly due to Dan. You probably know that the post hoc ergo propter hoc fallacy, that it's
I couldn't
thing, and it's
post ergo prop hoc.
Kind of. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I gotcha.
But
yeah,
I just because I noticed the difference between like how Norway treats stuff like this and how you do in America and the UK. We all have it in our healthcare systems.
Yeah.
But the fact is there is no proper scientific evidence that it actually works, like acupuncture.
No.
You can't get acupuncture specialist in Norway, and I think in the UK, but mayhaps in the US, in different states perhaps. But it's a
it's not.
It's a kind
mixed.
of religion.
Yeah, it is tied to religion. It is like it was definitely a spiritual belief. Like Palmer thought you had like ghosts in your blood. Like it was like really crazy stuff. And I don't even know if he really believed all of it. But like a lot of the early practitioners saw it as a spiritual practice.
That's right. I forgot about the beginnings of chiropractic. Yeah, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some old memes from the Facebook. I'm being old dude here, but it was like if you're feeling bad, having a sad day, if you're a woman and you think you're hysterical, you might need cocaine.
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
You would probably describe a cocaine and a dildo for like.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Palmer too was back at a time where you could just call yourself a doctor, and that like you could just kind of get away with that in a small town, I guess too. I'm gonna put you on mute for just a bit, because I do want to continue this conversation. I think like it's not something that's talked about as much because there's definitely people who feel kind of differently about it, because since they actually go to it and like don't really tie it into like a religious practice too much. But there's others who definitely super tied into it. And also the same people who will practice chiropractors will also practice like Reiki and other kinds of bullshit and stuff. Like if you go to downtown Austin sometime, back when everything's open up, right? You can get a lot of stuff done to your body in this city. Oh my goodness, there's so many things you can get done. You can get hot stones, you can get Reiki, anything. You can get Reiki for your dog. I'm pretty sure I saw that one time. Like there's all kinds of weird pseudo medicine, just BS around here. And to me, in my brain, chiropractors just fit into that. But there's a lot of people in this country who think chiropractors should take a more serious position as healthcare. But in my mind, I don't see it that way. I don't know. But maybe you feel differently, Erin.
No, I think it's fair. I totally think it's fair. My only reason I would say I'm torn is that I genuinely like the feeling of my back cracked, but I like it just as much when my husband does it as when the chiropractor does it. So I don't think there's a lot of science there. I think it's just like, so no, it just kind of
feels good.
I think that yeah, I'm just like one of those weird people that likes the way it feels. But I also think that there is not nearly enough skepticism going on about the claims being made coming out of those clinics. And I think that they charge an insane amount, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. I have lots of problems with it.
Yeah, it's problematic. Definitely problematic there. But thanks for calling in about it. It's good. It's good to hear a Norway perspective on the issue. And again, try not to rub in the free healthcare stuff. Okay, that's we're working on it. I think anyway. At least here, Erin, you're good, but down here things are a little bit different. Anyway,